أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا حبيبنا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا. أما بعد، قال الله تبارك وتعالى: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون. My dear brothers and sisters, I've recited from Surah Al-Baqarah a very important verse, a verse that I believe should be remembered by all of us all the time, because in this verse there is an order, the order of Allah to unify us all, where He says, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا, and hold on to the rope of Allah together. وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا, and don't be divided. وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا, and don't be divided. And remember the mercy of Allah. اذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ, and remember the mercy of Allah upon you. You were all enemies between yourselves. فَأَلَّفَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِكُمْ, and He brought your hearts together. فَأَصْبَحْتُم بِنِعْمَتِهِ إِخْوَانًا, and He filled yourselves with the ni'mah, the mercy of Allah of brotherhood. And you were on the brink of falling in the fire, and He saved you all from it. Brothers and sisters, it is at the background of this particular verse of the Quran, I'd like to tell you that last year perhaps was a very difficult year for most of us. We don't know what year for us awaits for 2021, though today is the first day of the new Gregorian calendar year 2021. I'd like all of us to evaluate our everyday as we live. Remember the very beautiful saying of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu when he says, حَاسِبُوا قَبْلَ أَن تُحَاسَبُوا, account for yourself before you're accounted for. Well, we should be accounting ourselves every day and not just wait for the New Year's Day to come to account, or Ramadan to come to account, or any other blessed day in the month of an Islamic calendar to come for us to account ourselves. We should account ourselves on a daily basis. I say we should account ourselves every night before we go to sleep. When you are lying on your bed, about to fall asleep, and as you do Ayatul Kursi, and as you do your dua for sleep, and as you recite as much as you can Surah Al-Mulk, whatever you can remember you recite, one of the accounts that should go through your mind is, what did I do today? What did I do today that was right, and what did I do today that was wrong? Thank Allah for the right things that you've done. Ask Allah to give you strength to be able to do better in the future, and forgiveness from Allah seek forgiveness from Allah for the mistakes that you have done, sins that you've committed, openly or secretly, my brothers and sisters, and ask Allah to forgive you, and ask Allah to enable those people who you have hurt in terms of your fellow human beings, to allow them to open up their hearts, to give them the strength and the courage, to give them compassion and love for you, and they can forgive you too. Ask Allah to help you to forgive those people who you may have wronged. These are the basic things you should do on a daily basis. Before you go to sleep, every night as you lay on your bed, say, Ya Allah, please forgive me for all the sins that I've committed against you. Ya Allah, help people to forgive me for the sins and the mistakes and the hurt feelings I've caused in other people. And Ya Allah, enable people to forgive me for the mistakes that I've done against them. And Ya Allah, give me the strength to forgive them too. This should be your regular dua before you go to sleep every night. For if you do this, according to Rasulullah, he gave guarantee to a companion. He said, if you want to see a man who will definitely go to paradise, look at that man. And upon inquiry, it was clear that this man, before he went to sleep every night, would forgive people, ask Allah for forgiveness, and ask Allah to help people to forgive him too. This is a quality of a great believer. Brothers and sisters, on this day of the first day of 2021, the 1st of January, I'd like to propose to you a number of things. I call them your resolution, my resolution. It may not be yours, but they're certainly mine. And I'm going to talk about them today. I'd like to ask myself, I'd like to look at myself and improve my character. My resolution number 1, I would like to devote the next whole year in improving my character. For a Muslim's character is the most important thing a Muslim has. That's the most important asset that you have. That's the most important weapon that you have. Call your character, good character. For Rasulullah was known as وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. You are the supreme model and standard of all good character. Rasulullah says, إِنِّي بُعِثْتُ لِيُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. I've been sent upon humanity to perfect morality and character of people. So I will spend the whole year coming, inshallah, to improve my character. My brothers and sisters, ask yourself this simple question, or following questions for that matter. What am I struggling with most? Which bad habits and personality traits or behavior is causing me most or the greatest embarrassment? Is my anger, lying, hypocrisy, jealousy, breaking promises, inconsistencies, or backbiting my biggest nemesis? You need to identify your biggest enemy and deal with it, my brothers and sisters. And believe you me, your biggest enemy is not out there. Your biggest enemy is within you, in your character, in your behavior, in your habits. And you need to identify them. I need to identify them. I need to sort them out. Brothers and sisters, if it's your anger that's causing you problem, remember, my brothers and sisters, uncontrolled anger destroys relationship. Uncontrolled anger destroys family. Uncontrolled anger causes destruction of all sorts of transactions. Uncontrolled anger is a problem. Remember, my brothers and sisters, if it's lying you're suffering from, lying is the mother of all evil. And know that lying leads to more lying, for one lie has to be covered up by 70 more lies, because you have opened up, paved a way of lies and lies and lies and deceit. For you should not be lying. Make a promise to yourself, if lying is my habit, if lying has become part of my character, I will change it. My brothers and sisters, if I'm struggling with hypocrisy, remember, hypocrisy means I have two faces. One face is that I show to the world, and one deep, dark face that I hide from the world. And if I was to be found out about my true face and true color, I'd be embarrassed. And hypocrisy is hated by Allah and hated by people around. Hypocrisy has a special status in the hell. Ya Rab, protect us from hypocrisy of all nature. My brothers and sisters, if you are facing from jealousy, remember Rasulullah said, all jealousy eats away your good deeds like fire eats away wood. Your jealousy or your envy will destroy your good deeds. If it's jealousy that you're suffering from, take control of your jealousy and do not allow jealousy and envy to overwhelm you, to overtake you. My brothers and sisters, if it is breaking promises that you're suffering from, remember, those who break promises are weak people. People don't take them seriously. They don't have respect in society. And if you are suffering from breaking promises, Allah Azza wa Jal says, and keep all your promises. Don't make a promise that you will break. Otherwise, say, I'm sorry, I can't make a promise. Muslims have become habituated in abusing inshallah when they want to break a promise. They say inshallah when they don't mean it. You say inshallah when you mean it and you do tawakkul ala Allah. Some people say, I will say inshallah just to avoid making a promise. Will you come to my house? Inshallah. Would you give me some money? Inshallah. Would you do this for me? Inshallah. Actually in your heart you know you won't do it. I call them inshallah abusers. Don't be inshallah abusers. You want to make a promise, make it and keep it. In this day, first day of the year, ask yourself, what is my biggest problem, character trait that I need to deal with? If it's breaking promises, I need to be a person guarding my promises. Brothers and sisters, if it's inconsistencies, remember, inconsistencies means that you're full of contradiction. You say one thing and you do something different. You tell your children not to smoke, but you smoke. You tell your children to be disciplined, but you don't have discipline in your life. You tell your children to stay tidy and clean, but you don't have tidiness and cleanliness in your life. You tell your children not to watch television, but you watch television for hours. You tell your children that they can't play with their phones or they cannot browse the internet for hours, but you do the same. Inconsistencies, if you're suffering from. On this day, on the first day of the year, you'll make a promise that I will deal with my inconsistencies from here on. My brothers and sisters, if you are suffering from anything else, any other big issues, my brothers and sisters, it is time for you to eradicate them. One of the biggest ones is backbiting. If you're suffering from backbiting, it's become a habit of yours. Remember, backbiting destroys relationship, destroys reputation, destroys dignity of other people, and destroys your way to paradise. Backbiting is like eating the flesh of your dead brother. Eating the flesh of your dead brother. My brothers and sisters, do not backbite. For this day, make a promise. I will change my character. I will not backbite. I will not do any of those things. If the above is haunting you, and if it is making you weak person inside you, if it's a problem that's causing you trouble, it's time for you to start changing them and making a promise that you will not do this anymore. Resolution number 2 for myself. I will give up on my bad habits from now on. My brothers and sisters, if you smoke, if you gamble, if you have habits of watching wrong things on television, on screen, or on the internet, do you have a bad habit of swearing or using foul language? Do you eat too much food, for that matter? Food that kills you. Do you love eating junk food that will destroy you, clog up your artery? Do you have bad habits such as you love eating lots of sugar, sugary pops, fizzy drinks? Do you have bad habits of being addicted to drinking coffee and tea? Do you have bad habits of obsessively using your phone? Do you have bad habits of obsessively browsing the internet, social media, trawling them, only looking for gossips and titillating stories? If those are your bad habits, my brothers and sisters, you need to give them up. What is your bad habit? You need to ask yourself. Identify it and give it up. Giving up a bad habit is not easy, I understand. The way to give up a bad habit is to replace it with something that is better. If you like reading, read a book, a physical book. If you like talking to people, pick up the phone and talk to them. At a time of coronavirus restrictions, you can't go and see them. Talk to them on the phone rather than a chit-chat on the WhatsApp and all the other ups and downs that we have on the telephone. Speak to human beings. Hear their voices. It will uplift your spirit. It will make you feel better. My brothers and sisters, if you are suffering from bad habits of looking at wrong things, brothers and sisters, eyes are your gateway to your heart. And if you're looking at the wrong things, your heart is being infected. Don't look at the wrong things on the internet, for that will destroy your character and your life. If you love eating too much food, remember Rasulullah hardly ate enough food to keep his back straight. He said, if you must eat one handful of food. And if you must eat more, then divide your stomach into 3 parts. 1/3 with food, 1/3 with water, 1/3 keep it empty for air. We will be healthy and wealthy. We will be happy and prosperous if we can keep our habits under control. If you smoke, give it up. Remember, smoking is haram. You're wasting money. You're burning your wealth. You're destroying your health and the health of your children and your wife and your surroundings. Give it up from today. If anybody says smoking is makruh, they're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. Smoking is not makruh. Smoking is haram. It slowly kills you. It kills people around you. How can that bad habit be halal? If you're addicted to coffee, tea, because you need to have a fix and a buzz to wake up, why do you need it? Wallahi, my brothers and sisters, Allah is my witness. I, in my entire life, have never drunk a single drop of tea and coffee. Do you think I have less energy than you? You don't need it. You don't need it. It's an addiction. It's an addiction you have. Replace it with something different. Juice. Fresh juice, not the sugar-filled pops that you get from the shops and the Sainsbury's and the Tesco's and the Morrison's and all the other supermarkets. No, give them up, for they are a money-making machine, but a sure way to diabetes and all the other heart troubles. Bad habit has an impact on your health, on your physical health and your mental health. My brothers and sisters, give up on your bad habits. Resolution number 3, I will make my life beneficial for myself and people around me. I will do good things for people. I will become relevant to society. I will do charitable work to improve my society. I will go and knock on the door of my neighbor to see if they've eaten and have then gone to sleep hungry. I'll go and see if somebody is suffering from addiction. I would like to help those homeless people who are roaming the street. I'd like to help someone who is alcohol abuser. I'd like to go and help somebody so that they can become better. My brothers and sisters, you have to become beneficial. Khairun nas man yanfa'un nas. The best of human beings are those who are beneficial to other people. If you can't be beneficial, if you wake up every morning and go to sleep every night without benefiting a single human being, you have wasted your time. We have wasted your time. Allah did not send you on this earth to waste your time, but become beneficial. May Allah make us all beneficial. May Allah enable us so that we can benefit humanity and improve our world and our society. Wa akhir da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Brothers and sisters, resolution for me are so many. I'd like to tell you a couple of more inshallah. Resolution number 3, I will always stand for truth and justice no matter what happens. I will always stand for the truth and justice that Allah has prescribed for me, no matter what happens. When you become witness to the truth, you don't turn your eyes away when you see something evil. You don't close your ears when you hear something evil. When you see injustices in the world, when you see poverty in the world, when you see inequality in the world, when you see discrimination in the world, when you see Islamophobia rampant in our society, you stand against them and say, no more. No more. I will not stand for injustice and falsehood in the world. I will stand for justice and fairness for all people. I will speak the truth no matter what happens. Even if I was oppressed by the rulers, even if I'm locked up, I will still speak the truth. For that is the best form of struggle that you can do. That is the best type of a believer who stands for the truth. Truth in their life, truth in their society, truth in their world. My brothers and sisters, my next resolution is, brothers and sisters, I will promise to unite with my brothers and sisters of the same faith called Islam. Whether you are a Salafi or a Sufi, whether you're a Ikhwani or Tablighi, whether you are a Dawbandi or a Barlavi, whether you're a Hanafi or a Shafi'i, whether you're a Maliki or a Hanbali, whether you are Sunni or a Shia, whether you're black or white, whether you're African or Asian, whether you're Arab or Caucasian, I don't care who you are. I care when you say, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. You immediately become my brother or my sister. I will unite with you. I will unite with you, regardless of your background, your ethnicity, your language, or your color, or your particular viewpoints. I will unite with you because I am a believer like you. My brothers and sisters, the world is in a turmoil at the moment. Great destruction at the moment because of disunity amongst the Muslims from one end of the earth, from Malaysia to Morocco, from Turkey to Azerbaijan. Name me a country where Muslims are united. We disunite on the basis of our interpretation on how do we pray. Should I fasten my hand on my chest or should I fasten my hand on my belly button? Should I say Waladdallin loudly or whether should I say Waladdallin slowly? We disunite on the smallest and most frivolous reasons. Wallahi, Allah says in the Quran, Wa'tasimu. It is an order. Wa'tasimu is an order. Be united. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا. Together, be together in one rope of Allah. وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. And it's an order. Do not be divided. 2 orders in one verse. Unite is an order. Don't divide is an order. And yet we find reasons to divide. and yet we find reasons to stay disunited. May Allah forgive us, my brothers and sisters. May Allah unite our hearts. May Allah bring us together on this day of the first day of the new year. I'd invite you all to make a promise that I will unite, inshallah, with my brothers and sisters of all parts of the world. For they are my brothers and sisters in faith. They're Muslims. May Allah forgive us. May Allah strengthen us. May Allah unite our hearts. May Allah make us the best of people. May Allah make us the best of people. May Allah make us beneficial people. May Allah forgive us for our shortcomings. May Allah forgive us for our mistakes. May Allah forgive us for the sins that we've committed. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, Ya Akramul Akramin. Free all parts of the world, Ya Allah. Unite every Muslim from all parts of the world, Ya Allah. Restore peace and stability on this earth, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Restore peace and stability on this earth, Ya Allah. Remove all the tyrants from this earth, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, remove all the illegitimate despots and dictators that are ruling the world, Ya Allah. And restore on this earth peace and stability, Ya Allah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقم الصلاة.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Make the line straight, please. I know there is a lot of gap, but what can we do? Make the line straight, and inshallah, straight after prayers, I've got a very important announcement to make, so don't run away. Just for a minute or so, inshallah, straight after prayers. So, Allahu Akbar. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. وقضى ربك ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه وبالوالدين إحسانا إما يبلغن عندك الكبر أحدهما أو كلاهما فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما واخفض لهما جناح الذل من الرحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا ربكم أعلم بما في نفوسكم إن تكونوا صالحين فإنه كان للأوابين غفورا وآت ذا القربى حقه والمسكين وابن السبيل ولا تبذروا تبذيرا إن المبذرين كانوا إخوان الشياطين وكان الشيطان لربه كفورا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Very important announcement, brothers. There's just before you leave, this masjid, you see all the lighting and the heating that is going on needs to be paid for every year. Every month there is a bill, approximately £2,000. The masjid needs to raise about £24,000 just to be able to pay the bills, the water bill, the electric bill and the gas bill. I would like you all to make as much a donation as possible. Our brothers, the members of the masjid who are volunteering to serve this masjid, are waiting for you to put your name down. How much would you like to give for the sake of Allah, to keep the light on in the masjid, to keep the heating on in the masjid, inshallah. Please make sure you donate and make a promise to give as much as you can. We just need to raise £24,000 approximately to be able to cover it. May Allah bless you all. Inshallah, see you next time. Please take your bags and your shoes and your jackets and your musalla, and inshallah see you in next Jum'ah inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.